Afternoon, guys, or evening. Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is the third of really three installments today for live streaming, and why we have three live streams, particularly because the previous two were not enough to cover all the content. And if you want an introduction to the introduction, if you want an introduction, a summary about what the Ahn Rho Project is all about, from the domains, analogies, what we do on the channel, how many live streams, and our schedule. You can check that all out in any live stream prior to January 2020. For the last 3 years, I've had pretty much an introduction every other live stream, and so you can get a good gist of what is covered over there. Now, with that being said, what we want to do in this particular third and final live stream is try to cover as much as we can in terms of tasks and the task list and executables, so all the stuff that we need to do, or at least cover on stream per se. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, there's something here that I actually missed writing in these particular task lists on the side here. So what I'm going to do is talk about the one that I did miss and I forgot to write down. It should be probably 141 down here in the list entry. If I maximize this, if I increase the size of this, you should see that 141 is empty, and really at the very bottom it should say covering the missed items on the previous live stream. So what have we missed in the previous live stream? The first thing, most importantly, if I move to the side here, it's in the thumbnail, but basically this fucking piece of shit here, we have 4 sheets of paper. I forgot to mention that I should be speaking about money and purchasing. So this is the invoice for the business products that I have, that I do business as a side business, and that's again used in health sciences. Of course, really plays very well into my 4 years of Bachelor of Science in biomedical science, and I understand all the research behind it. Now, with that being said, the invoicing here, again, I scanned it, uploaded it, put it onto hard drive, backed up into cloud as well, and then had a copy for income tax returns, as well as getting this down, having to stash it away over there from region A7 over to region A6, I believe. And in addition to obviously punching into Excel, finance, and inventory, I guess like a database, all the products I received. Now the products over there, of course, were up there in D2 and D1, which if I stand up and you try to take a look right now, is pretty clean now, but there's still some stuff we missed. The point is, I forgot to talk about pricing. So the invoices here, I said that there were 3 of these kind of soap bottles here. If I move to the side, we can cover both at the same time. So right here, the foaming hand wash, plus this kind of a syringe type mechanism. So I'm actually going to jump and dive into a second thing that I missed, by the way, before we get back to the invoice. But the point is, I had 3 of these bottles, and I put 2 of them up here, you can see, in region C1. So you can see region C1, we have 2 bottles up here. This might have made a good thumbnail, but that's fine if I don't have it. And I put the 2 syringes behind this, also this gift bag that I received from USANA Health Sciences from one of the conferences. So, of course, all the products here in terms of sanitation and Celavive and skincare, I'm just putting it behind, in addition with the soap behind inside this box. So that's that. I'll make it a little bit nicer when I get some time. So I'm keeping 1 bottle out here, and that's the thing that I missed. Forgot to mention that basically this one I actually want to keep and give it to my one of my clients, so basically one of my guardians, and that way they don't have to use soap. And they might as well use it if we make this purchase anyways, right? So it's very cheap. Again, it's only for like $9, so I'm going to give it to them, and that's that, and they can use that. So that's something that I forgot, because I thought I was going to stash it up in C1. I said that in the previous live stream. That's a mistake. I'm actually just going to give this to them, and it's pretty convenient that I have it here next to all the newspaper here, again the Chinese newspaper. I'm going to return to their unit, so that's the place that they're renting, and alongside of the paper, as well as the calendar and the product that is purchased. Okay, next, the invoicing. So again, of course, the invoices include, this is the purchase, as well as up there we have also a bunch of the products that I said I purchased for myself. Actually, you can see some samples right there anyways. That's the one I'm using on a daily basis, about 8 bottles. So all that kind of stuff came with the invoice, obviously. And I forgot to mention the pricing, and that was a big concern for me, that I would stash away the invoice without mentioning, for example, how much things cost on a roughly basis before I put this away. And I already have it documented on Excel. on finance and budgeting, but the one thing I missed is to say on live stream how much it is. So obviously the soap here, each of the clients only purchased about $11, plus tax, maybe about $10 worth of this kind of client. So now previously the month they had purchased a lot, okay, but right now I said that it's best that they just try it out first, and I say usually I just recommend that the people try it for 90 days before they continue. That's it. Honest business, all right. That's how you do things. Now the next thing is, of course, I talked about the pricing of their soap just now, but of course the products that I purchased myself for my own use typically are about much more expensive. It's about what this one was about $200. So, but I mean, it's a pretty small price to pay, especially if I get old one day and then start getting chronic degenerative disease. And again, having lots of studies in advanced metabolism and human physiology way back in my university days, I know that this will definitely pay off in the long run. I don't want to be stuck in long-term care seniors home with chronic arthritis and all that kind of cardiovascular disease and deteriorating dementia and stuff like that. And so this is really, yeah, sure, $200 a month, but that's that. Anyways, so that's pricing. At least I got the pricing down. So the invoice can now be stashed away. I also talked about this particular soap I want to give away, class 4 item as well, since it's going to be a giveaway. And the third thing we have here at the very bottom, I missed this. So we have all these grocery items. It's snack foods and bananas that I ate today. It should belong in here with the recyclables into this bag, this shopping bag for TNT supermarket. So Daitongwa. It's basically a Chinese supermarket, Daitongwa. And I'm going to put it inside there, and I'm going to take it out. It's garbage, recyclables, next to all this stuff that I need to clean up tomorrow morning. It's basically my food. All right, great. So those are 3 things we missed. Bag inside a bag, the soap, as well as the pricing. Now let's sit down, because I think everything else here is pretty straightforward. I gotta just do it after stream. All I gotta say is this stuff, it belongs in the work bag as well when I take out the garbage. But now we can sit down, okay? And let's try and cover the task list I have on the side, on the right hand side. Okay, drag it back to the left. Okay, and let's see. All right, we have about 7 minutes left remaining, because it took 7 minutes to get through all the missed items. So that's 41, technically 41 to 43, because there's 3 different things that we missed. But it doesn't really matter. All right, let's zoom in on this. We have covered everything from, I believe, 22 straight through to 134. 122 to 134. No, 122 to 133. Paperwork. Okay, revisit. Okay, 120, it just reminds me of purpose, urgency, and getting to work on time, which is not relevant today necessarily, and maintain co-worker relationships, because I'm not working today. 121, paperwork, for fucking sakes, yes. Whole bunch of photographs and files and Excels and income tax returns because of that business stuff. And then 125, again, starting from there, we covered everything. That's the receipt that I forgot to stash. Now, I should say that in 121 there are the photographs, right? So what I'm going to do is going to get rid of this and task list and showcase, of course, some of the photographs here of the products that I took a photograph of in order to keep a document of in the future. This way I can just search up the products on my laptop real quick, and you can see, of course, I tried to get down all the ingredients as well as the instructions. And here's the triple bottles. Again, one of them I'm gonna just give away and let them use it, because why not? And then we have the rest here. This is the stuff that I purchased for my own use. I believe antioxidant, vitamin, minerals, Biomega, and proflavanol C. And then there's, of course, Poly C, which I don't really use on a regular basis. Of course, now everything here, again, this is just stuff that I use. It's not like a promotional thing that's going down. At the very back, you also see the ingredients, which again, it's all patented, so don't get any bright ideas here. Intelligence, technology, all that kind of jazz. So all that kind of stuff is right here. And there is a signature as well on the bottles, because our founder has to take a lot of pride in his inventions, because he too is a microbiologist. That's one thing I love about this company, is that it is founded by a researcher, and that's really rings home with me, because I myself am someone who's very research oriented, and really likes to see scientific innovations come to light into a business standpoint and go commercial and actually create a product that can be of use to the public. All right, with that being said, I mean, after all, what good is research if you're not going to use it, right? All right, with that being said, that's everything. I think that's all the photographs. So now I can stash this to my laptop and just back it up, and then I have a quick snapshot of everything that I've already purchased. All right, can remove all these from my phone. We have another 4 minutes left, so let's get back to that task list and knock off as much as we can. So that's business. Hopefully it's all done. Okay, let's see here. All right, and right in the middle, dead center, we finished 133, manipulating and learning how to use Audacity to edit music. 134, emotional wreckage and despair. So this was full of shit because I wasted 4 hours today. The music monster really just rang true with me because I'm going from rags to riches. You gotta understand, I'm coming from a low income poverty, lots of domestic household issues, lots and lots of disownership and beatings from your own blood, and 3 decades of that bullshit. And I'm trying to start a business and run a project, so I'm going from like survival mode all the way up to I used the analogy of Marianas Trench, and then climbing out and then realizing I have to climb the summit to Mount Everest. It's insane. But the point is, that's what it feels like, and I always find myself breaking down as of the past 7 months when the pressure was intense. Needless to say, I just kind of screamed in the shower for about an hour, and just trying to get it out. Anyways, 134. So that's 134. 135, it helps just to vent. Just vent. 135, commit to stay here, stay right here in my crib, right here in my unit, again renting out for like $500-600 because like I said, I was so late today, and I said I would do this. Okay, I committed myself to just getting stuff done, so I'm going to swap out my usual activity, which is to go outside and at least get some groceries on the weekend. I'm going to swap that out for staying in here and getting all the live streams done because I didn't get them done in time. So it's a good swap. Okay, 136, having dinner here instead of inside, having dinner here instead of outside. So 2x1, 2x1, basically two things I had. Just basically supplements is the 1, and 2 are the foods. I had a banana and glucerna. Okay, 137, business products, photo bundle, 2x. That's basically all the stuff I just showed you right now. So I guess that's a repeat a little bit. No, it's not repeat. It's not repetition. There's no repetition in that. Basically, I was saying one of them was the soap, and the other was the health essentials pack. All right, 138. Time wasted, opportunities. So double negative and positives. So I spent 6 hours wasted. That means I spent 6 hours wasted on negative activities, but that's also a hidden opportunity loss, because that means I could be spending those 6 hours on things that were positive, like working on my web business project, hitting up some people, whatever it is that's positive has to be backlogged, delayed. Those 6 hours of positive work needs to be pushed onto the future, and then instead I lost 6 hours as well of time, and so it's a double opportunity loss. Okay, 28, 120, 139. So that's just a conceptual idea that I gotta revise on myself constantly, remind myself. Okay, revisit time task. Okay, 4x. Okay, this is 4. This is huge, but basically hit up my brother, send something to government politicians and a hospital, as well sending some stoicism stuff to some colleagues who could use it, and then playlist, trying to start a new series. Also remake a bunch of playlists, create new playlists because they're all filled up, and then that leads into 140, which is start the new series. The Human Encyclopaedia is maxed out on Facebook, and so the new series should focus on objectives and methods, or goals and plans. And that's the new sub-series of the Ahn Rho Project. With that being said, take home message, take care of yourself, your healthy finances. Hope to see a better version of you as well as myself in the next live stream. Because I have only 20 seconds left, I hope to see you tomorrow morning. This is Ahn Rho signing out. Ciao. Thank you for tuning in.